Hello everyone. How are you all doing? As you all know, we just entered Spring Equinox and Aries just kickstart a new astrological year for us. So as this new year start, I have some new ideas that I want to share with you all. So hope you are following and subscribing my YouTube channel. As you all know, if you have been watching my videos, I come up here every week to do a weekly forecast to see what's happening up in the sky, all the planetary transit, how it's going to affect us, or how we can use this energy. And I'll follow up with a collective tarot reading. So I just want to maybe show up here a little bit more, bring in some different types of reading for you all. So I thought, why not do a Spring Equinox energy check-in reading for all signs? So I'm going to use a tarot deck, a couple different oracle card decks, and I'll end every reading with a self-care affirmation oracle for each sign as well, to see what is going to happen for each sign in this upcoming, well, not upcoming, we already entered, we just entered Spring Equinox. So it will be from March 21st, depending where you are in the world, and up to June 20th, as we will enter summer solstice on June 21st. So you can watch it for your sun, moon, rising signs, or if you have any stellium in any of the signs, if you want, watch it all. And just remember, even though it's a all signs reading, it is still a general reading, as I'm reading for all the collective. So all the Aries, all the Pisces, and so on and so forth. So you might not find it resonates with you at all, or you might find it resonates a lot. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you want a personal reading, you can feel free to contact me on my social media. I'm on Instagram, and email me to all the information are in the description box below, and all the timestamps are below too. So just go directly to the signs you want, and feel free to comment to share what you think and how you find the reading. Are they resonating or not? And remember, I'm doing a spring equinox, so it is a forecast. So maybe what I mentioned might not happen yet, or maybe it's in the process already. No matter what that is for you, feel free to always come back later on to check if any of the messages resonates more to you. And so before we begin, I would love to invite you to join me with a little spring equinox prayer together, so that we can give thanks to our Mama Gaia, and also just our Mother Earth and everything, and just also be in the state of gratitude, because that's the state when we will be able to appreciate what we have in life, and then to grow more, evolve more, and manifest what we want in life. So if you're watching this video right now, you want to join me, feel free to hit pause, grab a cup of whatever you want to drink, whether it is water, coffee, tea, herbal tea, whatever you want. And right now I have here with me a cup of cacao that I love so much. And to welcome spring and Aries season, I added a pinch of turmeric, black pepper, and also a bit of cayenne pepper for that Aries kick. So feel free to hit pause, grab your cuppa, and let's begin this prayer with me whenever you're ready. So whether you have a cup of whatever that you're holding right now, and if you don't have, don't worry about it, don't stress about it. Just find a comfortable sitting position. Put your hands in your heart space, and if you are holding a cup of beverage, put it in your heart space in front of it. And just close your eyes. Start to bring your awareness back to yourself. your breathing. And here I invite you to take 3 deep breaths with me. Inhaling here, feeling the air, feeling your heart space expanding, your tummy expanding, side or out. Another one, breathing in the spring, the fresh air, the warmth from the sun. Breathing in this newness into our body. And exhale everything that happened in the past 12 months. We're ending this zodiacal wheel, this astrology year. And the last one, breathing in all the liveliness back into our body. Feeling the spring, the wind, the sun, the birds chirping. Expanding our heart, make it a juicy one. Inside or out. Continue to have your eyes closed. I'll start our prayer. Today we welcome the spring equinox. The sun is entering Aries, starting a new astrological year for us. As we gain more light in our days, we are feeling that freshness, vitality that Aries brings in for us. Whatever we have been through for the past 12 months, take a moment to see how far you've come. Give yourself a pat on the shoulder. You are doing so good. And now, look at the future and let this sunlight beam into your path. Continuing this path with passion, creativity, love, and happiness. Thank you, Mother Earth, for giving us this sense of security and groundedness to let us feel grounded, safe, and secure, knowing that we are always loved and supported, held by you, your unconditional love for us, providing us everything we need in life in order to live and thrive. Thank you for the water, the plants, the food that you give us. Thank you, our plants and animals kingdom, for giving us wisdom and knowledge through signs and synchronicity. Thank you, all elements around us coming and giving us knowledges and wisdom. Thank you for the wind, giving us fresh air, letting us know that everything flows through winds, not to hold on to everything, no matter what they are to us, happy or sad. They come and go, to learn to enjoy the moment while they are with us. Thank you for the element of fire, igniting our passion and creativity and fire within us, giving us light and warmth to know our path in front of us, and letting us know that we can always burn away what no longer serves us and still feel whole. Thank you for the elements of water, letting us to connect ourselves at a deeper level, to face our emotions and to understand the ebbs and flows of life. Every ebb give us and teach us lessons we need to know about us or about others about the world. And with every flow, letting us know that life is impermanent. There's always up and down. And what we have to do is to just embrace the moment and flow with it, swim with it. Giving thanks to the element of our Mother Earth wood, that groundedness, the stability that we always have within us, that there's no need to seek home from anyone else or anything else but ourselves, that there's always a home within our heart, to always remember to come back to our own home, our heart space, where we can truly, truly connect with ourselves and not to be scared, to connect with ourselves at a deeper level, to look within. Everything we need is within us. We just need to know that. And we give thanks today, every day, to our Mother Earth, to let us know what true unconditional love is, what it is like to provide and give without asking for anything in return and any expectation, and to find that love for ourselves too. When we can truly and fully accept and love ourselves, we can then fill our cup and let it overflow and share that love, kindness, joy with everyone. Please continue to bless us, every one of us, especially the ones that are suffering right now. Know that every one of us suffer in some way, shapes, or form. But some of us in this world are definitely suffering a lot right now and need all the help and love we can give. So now, take a moment, give thanks, and send out love and healing energy to everyone that is suffering right now. And may we be brave enough to find that love and light inside us again. Taking one last deep breath together. Breathing in, expanding your heart space, feeling that love, that unconditional love that we have from Mother Earth and within ourselves. Breathing out, sigh it out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now let's begin and see what's happening to all signs. So again, you can check out the timestamps below. Go watch your own signs, sun, moon, rising, Venus, or if you have a stellium. Stellium means when you have more than 3 or more planets in that house, in that sign. So I'll meet you at your sign. Okay, Aries babies, are you ready? Here we go. So the first card from the tarot deck that came out for you is Knight of Inspiration, also known as Knight of Wands, your card. And this is because it's a fire energy card. And then we have Eight of Wands, known as Eight of Swords in traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. And also Queen of Material, Queen of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here is that you have a lot of creativity, idea regarding to work or your creativity projects. If you're an entrepreneur, you have some ideas in your mind that you want to execute this during the spring equinox, and you might want to just go and tackle them all at once. Be careful I see that you can be very busy. You might really feel burnt out or impatient sometimes. So this is just an intuitive message that came into me to just take care of yourself, take care of your health. And the card here, Eight of Voice, is telling me that sometimes you still have that doubt in you, thinking that maybe you're not ready, maybe this is not the best idea, you're wondering if the creative project is going to succeed. Oh, is it right that I'm choosing this client or partner to work with on this project regarding to work? Or you're doubting yourself, you're letting yourself doubt, or people's opinion to affect you. And the card here is telling to get out of your head, get out of your head. You're ready, your plans are going to work, so all you have to do now is just go for it. You have what it takes, Queen of Pentacles. You are ready. You have everything you need within you, and I see a lot of success coming in regarding to whatever you're working on or planning to work on. I see good results, and you are going to be so successful in the projects that you want to start. So just let that little noise, we all do that, we all have those little self-doubt, those little noise that in our head that's telling us, oh, look at your past, you fail, you're not gonna succeed, blah blah blah, something like that. But know that now you are gaining more knowledge, wisdom, and don't worry, you will be fine. You are ready, you have everything within you. And that brings me to the oracle card that came out. Two jumped out for you. So the first one is wisdom. So don't doubt yourself, you have everything within you. You gain more knowledge from the last astrological year already. I can see that maybe it has been hard for you. There are moments that you were deep in your feelings, that you were doubting yourself, that you're not sure if what you're doing is right, or you're questioning if you have enough knowledge and wisdom to share, or that you're good in your field to ask for that promotion, or what it is regarding to work. I'm seeing just a lot of work stuff here right now that you're building up for yourself, whether you're working for yourself, you have your own business, or whether you're working in a company. And the second card we have is flexibility. Know that sometimes, Aries, you can be impatient, and that is okay. We all do that. So just remain flexible. Know that maybe sometimes things are not always gonna be on the go. There are downtime. Learn to embrace it. Use those time to rest, to rejuvenate, to regroup, and just know that what you want is coming your way. And from the Rose Oracle deck, we have the card Open. Say yes. Expand through the extremes. Trust life. Say yes. You are ready. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself. You have that fire within you that wants to shine. So stop doubting yourself. Be open. Trust yourself. You have all the wisdom within you. You can do this, okay? So you also will be successful. So go for it, whatever it is in your life. Just know that if you have hiccups, don't give up. Remain flexible. All right. And the self-care oracle card, I don't mean to laugh, but come on, this is so you. Look what comes out. Patience. It is safe to wait. So see, remain flexible. It is safe to wait. You don't always need to be on the go mode. All right. So I also want to share the guidebook message with you for the Rose Oracle deck. This is a new deck that just came in. When I saw it, I was like, I need to have it. And my intention is for it to arrive on time so that I can use this in Aries season. And this is the first time I'm using this Oracle deck. So I'm really excited. So Open, say yes, expand through the extremes, trust life. This is probably one of the biggest challenge of life, keeping your heart open through the extremes. No one is immune to the highs and lows of the human experience. From the ecstasy to the agony, the joy to the grief, the love to the loss. We can't bypass the difficult parts of being human if we want to truly experience the bliss. And if you close your heart off to the grief, you won't be able to fully experience the joy. The rose teach us this. Season after season, she knows that if she doesn't surrender to each of the seasons, come summer she won't be able to bloom. Birth teaches us this too. The safer the mother feels, the more she can open. Living and dying with your heart open is truly a courageous act. As a life well lived is full of losses and tragedy as well as great love, triumphs and adventures. When we are going through difficult times, when we most want to separate, the healing is often found in connection, not separation. When we close our heart and shut down because the pain is too much, we often find ourselves more separated than before. The rose show us how to open to the world no matter what the day brings. This card is here to encourage you to say yes to life, to expand through the extremes, and to put your 2 feet wholly and completely in. Oh my God. Can we agree that all this card came out is just so you Aries babies? Alright, I hope you find this message resonates. Comment down below and let me know. And I'm wishing you all a happy spring equinox. Hello my Taurus babies, let's see what's happening for you during this spring equinox. What messages are coming up for you? Hello my lovely Taurus. From the tarot deck, we have for you, wow, what can I say? I mean, North Node is in your sign right now. You are having a nodal return. You are going through a lot. All I can say is this coming year and a half until June, July 2023, it is going to be a journey for you, rediscovering yourself. So there will be up and down because I have my Sag rising and I just been through my nodal return. So speaking from experience, this coming year and a half is going to be so profound. When you look back, you'll understand what I'm saying. All I can say is give love to yourself and know that this is the time for you to connect with yourself at a deeper level, and it is not always easy to do because there's so much going on in life. Sometimes when negative stuff happen, we can focus on that, but I'm sure when you look back afterwards, you'll be able to connect the dot and see why things have to happen the way they happen, and you will feel a lot of growth in you. So I'm just sending you so much love right now. And oh my God, look at your cards, it's so good. So we have first Ace of Inspiration, which is in the traditional deck known as a Knight of Wands, and then we have a major arcana. We have the Fool. I love this card. And then we have Ace of Cups, Ace of Emotions. So what I'm seeing is that during spring equinox, there might be a mini death and rebirth. Not literally, death and rebirth, but it can feels like that. It feels like that you are embarking a new journey, whether it is in work, in love, in family relationship, friendship, working, or whatever it is to you. You're starting something new, or you are about to, or you will start something new. You are going to have you might have some intuition kicks, little nudges here and there from the universe or your higher self, your spirit guides, to give you some creative ideas, or or from conversations that you have with your friends, or you always have those within you, but you are connecting to them more during this spring equinox, this coming 3 months. And you might birth something new. You might embark on a new journey. Maybe you suddenly decide, oh, you want to go back to school and learn something. Maybe you want to move to another country. Maybe you want to, I just see like a major life change or decision that you will be making during this coming 3 months, and it is going to bring you so much happiness, emotional fulfillment. Maybe it is you starting your own business that you have always been wanting, or it is you chasing after your passion and going after what you want in life. Maybe it is you going after for a relationship and starting new, starting fresh, or just, actually leaving what no longer serve you and just embark this new journey for yourself. I see a journey about yourself more than you with someone else. So it is you either starting your own business or going back to school, learning something new, just turning that fresh page, and you connecting with yourself at a deeper level. Maybe you rediscover yourself, or you discover something new about yourself, and it's not easy. I know that maybe something not super happy happen or whatsoever. There are changes, or there will be changes, and it is asking you to embrace it with your whole heart and know that whatever new journey that you are going to start, it is going to bring in so much growth for you, and just stay open. And cards don't lie. And then from the Rose Oracle deck, you have the Return, a new story, you decide, alignment, it's coming together. Like, come on, what did I just say? And I only just look at the card now to see the words. Can you see how beautiful this card is? That rose is like opening up, and within that rose there's this person embracing herself and just connecting herself at a deeper level. So it really aligns. And oh my god, like, look at this card. This woman is like embracing her emotion, right? Learning to embrace and fully love and accept herself. Look at this, how she looks. I don't know if you can see, but within here, this woman within that rose, she's doing exactly, having the same exact what's that called, that look. And it is a self-healing journey. What I'm feeling is, because when we're talking about Ace of Cups, it is talking about self-love too. So wow, oof, I just feel some emotions coming out for you. And yep, wow, big change, but happy change, even if you don't feel it right now. And then from the other oracle deck, we have Pleasure. And look at this deer walking up the stairs and staring out to this door where the light is like beyond. So it's also talking about journey. You're going on this journey to seek more knowledge, to connect with yourself at a deeper level. And if you feel like you're going through some hard times, just knowing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Remember to make time for yourself, enjoy little pleasures in life, whether it is a yummy good meal, a hot bath, a warm cup of tea, a massage, mani-pedi, whatever that means to you. Remember to take care of yourself. And from the self-care affirmation deck, we have Come On. It sums up what I just said. Change. A resistance to change is a resistance to life itself. Open your heart and mind to new beginnings. Just like that fool. Say yes to change. Embark on that journey for yourself, no one else. You're doing this for you. All right, I hope this message resonates with you. Feel free to come back and check it out later. And I am wishing you, Taurus babies, a happy spring equinox. Okay, Geminis babies, let's see what's the message for you for the spring equinox. Okay, hello Gemini babies. Here are your spring equinox messages. Powerful cards coming through. I feel like there are some major things happening during spring equinox for you, and I am a little bit excited for you. So please feel free to share with me what happened in spring equinox for you. You have 2 major arcanas out of the 3 cards I pulled. So wow, big change, big things happening in life. First, we have one of my favorite card, the Star. And then we have 2 of Voices, also known as Two of Swords in traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. And then we have another major arcana, the High Priestess. So what I see is during this coming 3 months, the spring equinox, you might be doing some, maybe you have been on a self-healing journey, and I see you continue to do that during spring equinox, and really connect to the deeper part of yourself. And I applaud you for that. When we heal ourselves, when we are open to this healing journey of ourselves, that is when we can truly be who we are as a whole, like fully accept and love ourselves and heal ourselves, so that we can be more aligned what we truly want and desire this lifetime. So I'm so happy for you. If you're on a healing journey, I am sending you so much love and blessings. And I can also see that maybe during the spring equinox, you are thinking about having a dream come true moment. Maybe there's something you want to do in life. Maybe it is to go after that dream, moving to the place you always want to, starting a new life, starting a new chapter, maybe going back to school, or learn a new skills, or deepening a skills that you currently have and passionate about. And if that doesn't ring a bell, maybe it's just you wanting to have to make some changes in your life. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe whatever that means to you. For some, I feel like you are on a path of becoming a maybe healer or spiritual teacher, or just deepening your spiritual practice as well. So and during this 3 months, whatever that you want to accomplish, to start to do that dream that I was just talking about, you are going to feel like you are on a crossroad, that you have to make a decision, because maybe in order to pursue that, to do that, you might need to let go of something in life. Maybe it requires you to make a move. It requires you to maybe spend a chunk of money, or maybe to let go some relationships that no longer serve your higher good. And it might not be easy, and it's never easy when we have to let go something that we feel comfortable, that is within our comfort zone. But we also have to realize that there's no growth and change if we stay in our comfortable zone as well. So it is going to be a hard decision. It is asking you, sometimes all we have to do is just take a deep breath, trust, and just do it anyway. Other than, thinking, oh, if I do this, what's gonna happen? If I do that, what's gonna happen? I have to worry about this or that. The more you think, the less likely you're going to do it. So maybe sometimes you just have to, okay, I'm just going to do it, and just go for it. Because the next card, the High Priestess, here is asking you to trust yourself. Even though the road ahead, whatever that you want to pursue and do and go after, might feel like an unknown. You might not see the whole picture, how everything is going to happen or come together, but that's just life. We can never know what's going to happen all the time, but we just have to trust our intuition is not going to lead us to where our soul doesn't want to go. So if you feel like you're worried, you're very up in your head, know that try to get in a calm, quiet state and ask your heart, what do you truly want, and listen to it. Even if it's a hard decision, just trust that you are doing it for yourself, that you are doing the right thing. And oh my God, what did I just say? Look at the oracle card you have. Trust. Trust yourself. You are the creator of your life. You are the author of your own story. So go write it. And from the Rose Oracle deck, we have the Anointed. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. Wow. It is asking you to listen to your intuition, to follow your heart and go after what you want. Even if it feels like something that might not be obtainable, achievable, trust that you have everything within you. You are that high priestess, so go get it. Maybe it is you climbing up the ladder, the corporate ladder, or just maybe stepping out to do something new. Just trust that you have what you have within you to do it. So I'm going to share the guidebook message with you as well. So for this card, the Anointed, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. Rose oils has been used to anoint intimates through the ages, royalties too. This card is here to herald you into an even more powerful expression of what you came here to be and do. It's calling you to step forth into your inner queendom and kingdom, to answer the greatest call of your soul and face your own truth north, to seed even more of what you came here to share, to acknowledge your arrival as the initiate of your life, to shed the external noise that may have been stopping you from being all that you already are, to realize that you have been training for this for a long time, perhaps even lifetimes. The path your soul chooses to walk is one that few have the courage to walk. And you came here for this. You're being led through this. Your soul is ancient, and with every step you have taken in every body you have been planted in, you have gathered gifts that are ready to be shown and shared. You're being called to deeply trust the call that you have been hearing, to lead to the path. The path you are here to pave has not been walked the way you walk. So go your own way, trust the road that beacons you forth, and always be led from within. Wow, didn't that just sum up what I just said? And I never read the guidebook messages. So what can I say? Card doesn't lie, and they come out for you when they have to. So for the self-care affirmation oracle, I have: breathe. The calmer you are, the more time slows down, the easier it is to get everything done. So trust and breathe. All right, my Gemini babies, I hope the message resonates with you, and I'm wishing you a happy spring equinox. Hello, my fellow water signs. I'm a Scorpio sun. Hello, my Cancer babies. Let's see what is the message for you for the spring equinox. Okay, my lovely crabbies, here we go. I can see and hear two very distinctive storylines because, as we all know, I'm reading for all the Cancer babies out there. So I can pick up always more than one messages. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, so for the tarot deck, we got this 3 card coming out. Your card. We have 2 of emotions, 2 of cups. This is your card. And then we have a major arcana card, the Wheel of Fortune. Love that card. And then we have the Page of Material, Page of Pentacles. So what I see here, I picked up 2 very different storylines. So I'm gonna tell them one by one. The first one, super obvious, about love. And guess what? The Oracle deck that flew out is love. I mean, come on. Spirit don't lie, card don't lie. But anyway, let's go. So the first storyline is about love. I'm seeing that during the spring equinox, you are really going to try, or if you're not there yet, the card is inviting you, advising you. It is time to really connect with your heart space, to truly try to tune into your heart space, to look what it is that your heart wants regarding to relationships. And when I say love, yes, it can be romantic, but of course it can also be a friendship, a family relationship, a work colleague relationship. So it is asking you, because I can feel that this person, the other person that you have in mind, seems like that you are trying to avoid your feelings, and I just hear it's time to look within. Okay, so it is asking you to look deeper, to really tune out the noises outside you, and to drop down to that heart space which you are scared to connect sometimes. Come on, I know you water signs. And don't fear your emotions. What you're feeling, all of them, all your emotions are valid. And when you try to avoid it, it will just come out more and more. So the best is to be friend with them. So stop hiding in that shell, come out and connect with your own self, your own heart. And just really let your heart tell you what you're truly feeling about that person, that relationships that's in your mind, in your head all the time, or you know, from maybe that person pop out from time to time. And the wheel is telling me that when you're able to do that, to truly stop lying and avoiding to yourself, to look within, you will know that this relationship can be what you want to be. Because when the wheel comes out, is maybe this relationship you really want it, but you're scared, or there's like other things in life that is stopping you, or it is your past experience, your old belief systems, maybe money or whatever in the physical world, or maybe even your friends or family opinions is stopping you from connecting with what you truly want and going after what you want. And the wheel here is telling you that no, be true to yourself, know what you want, because what you want wants you to. And Wheel of Fortune is luck is on your side, and things are going to turn out better than you think. And if you're experiencing some hardship or anything, Wheel of Fortune is here to tell you that I am going to turn the wheel for you. Universe is going to intervene and help you out. So good. The cards are so good. And the last card, Page of Materials, is like, maybe this whatever I just mentioned, again, it can be romantic, it can be platonic, whatever that means to you. Everyone's life story is different. That it is actually a relationship that can grow and blossom and have potential too, only if you give it a chance. Because Page Page of Material is kind of like growing a seed, to let the seed go, which is Soul Spring Equinox, right? You are growing this seed, growing this relationship, giving it a chance. So all in all, very, very possible. And the other storyline that I got is you connecting deeper part of yourself, knowing what you truly want in life, whether it is starting your own business, whether it is, you know what, I really hate this job, I truly hate it, I'm gonna quit it, I'm going to change my path. And you're listening to yourself, you're connecting with a deeper part of yourself. You are going to turn the wheel and go after what you want. And whether it is pursuing a new career, totally changing your career path, starting your own business, going back to school, learning another skill, moving to a new country, whatever it is, this is the right decision. So go for it. And we have, as I said, the Oracle card is love. It is letting the flower bloom. When you stop getting in your own way and knowing that sometimes the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit, that you can truly let the flower come to a full blossom, giving it a chance, whether it is about relationship, one of the storyline that I mentioned, or whether it is about your business, career, or your life path. And then from the Rose Oracle deck, we have open, say yes, expand through the extreme, trust life. Come on, what did I just say? It's asking you to connect with yourself, trust, and let it be. So I am going to share the guidebook message with you as well, because I just love this Oracle deck. Is actually new, I just got it, but I'm like manifesting it to arrive on time for me to do this reading, and it did, so I am beyond happy. So let me share with you the guidebook message here. Open. This is probably one of the biggest challenges of life, keeping your heart open through the extremes. No one is immune to the highs and lows of the human experience, from ecstasy to the agony, from joy to the grief, to the love to the loss. We cannot bypass the difficult parts of being human if we want to truly experience the bliss. And if you close your heart off to the grief, you won't be able to fully experience the joy. The rose teaches us this, season after season. She knows that if she doesn't surrender to each of the seasons, come summer she won't be able to bloom. Birth teaches us this too. The safer the mother feels, the more she can open. Living and dying with your heart open is truly a courageous act, as a life well lived is full of losses and tragedy, as well as great love, triumphs, and adventures. When we're going through difficult times, when we most want to separate, the healing is often found in the connection, not separation. When we close our heart and shut down because the pain is too much, we often find ourselves more separate than before. The rose shows us how to open to the world no matter what the day brings. This card is here to encourage you to say yes to life, to expand through the extremes, to put your 2 feet wholly and completely in. Hello? Didn't that just sum up my message as well? Crabbies, it's time to get out of that shell. Don't be scared. You can do it. All right, and from the Self-Love Oracle deck, we have, hello, possibility. Focus your attention on what could go right. When you learn to imagine the best case scenario, you get to enjoy it and experience twice. So whatever it is happening in your human story, I say be brave and go for it, whatever that means to you. So I'm wishing you, Crabbies, a happy spring equinox. Bye! Hello, my beautiful Leo babies. Let's see what are the spring equinox messages for you. Hello, my Leo babies. Are you ready for your message? From the tarot deck, we have Ace of Material, Ace of Pentacles. Maybe a big opportunity is coming up for you. And then we have Temperance. And look at you on this card. You're right here. The Sun is your ruler. And then we have Muse of Inspiration. In the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, it will be King of Wands. So what I see here is we're seeing your energy, definitely fire, fire, fire in this card. And we see your ruler, the Sun, on this card. It is asking you to trust and be patient. That's just the message, the word that's popping out right at me. Something you want, something you wish for, it's going to happen. Whether it is regarding to a job situation, your career path, or a business that you want to start. Maybe you want to change a job. Maybe you want to even change your whole career path. Or maybe you have been working for people and you want to start your own business. Something that you're passionate about. Something that you really want to pursue. And come on, Leos, let's admit sometimes we are not the best when it comes to patience. And I have to tell you the other cards I pulled right out. But the card is asking you to trust. Sometimes we can't see what the universe is doing behind the scene. That we just have to trust. I know I hate this too when I hear it, divine timing. We want what we want. And we want it on our own timeline, but it doesn't align with the timeline that universe have for us. But that card is asking you to trust no matter what's happening in your life, your human story, everyone's story is different. Maybe you're pursuing a new adventure. Maybe you're waiting to hear back from a job situation. Maybe you are wanting to start your own, but there's just, you feel like there's a lot of hiccups. There's a lot of hurdles that you have to come through. And the card is here to remind you that keep going, you can do it, but also at the same time be patient and know that if things don't happen according to your timeline, doesn't mean that they won't happen. But sometimes we just need to be patient. This is from the Oracle card deck that flew out. Patient. Patient, patient, patience. I know I'm not the best when it comes to patience too. And then from the Rose Oracle deck, we have Trust the Seasons, Embrace Change, Cycles of Life, Transition, Growth. Sometimes when we are in between two paths, we're waiting, we're in transition of some life changes in life. It can feel daunting. It can feel scary, and this card, I feel like it is asking you to trust whatever changes that you're going through right now is for the better good, is for you to open up the next chapter of your life, because Ace of Pentacles can also mean a new start, a new change, a new chapter in your life. Because Pentacles is the physical stuff in the world. So maybe you're going through some life changes, you are starting a new chapter in life, or you're in the process of doing that. And things can seem scary during that time. And the card is asking you to be patient and to trust the process. So I'm going to share the guidebook message with you as well. Trust the season. Our disconnection from the earth and her seasons lead us to believe that we should be in full bloom all year round. That we should grow, grow, grow without leaving space to cut back. When we focus on the never-ending bloom, we forget the importance of all the life phases. The rose, like all of nature, teaches us this every day. She's forever showing us how to embrace the ever-changing season in an ever-changing world. We're not meant to stay the same. Relationships are not meant to stay the same. Life isn't meant to stay the same. Nothing on this planet is meant to stay the same. The seasons teach us that. Night and day teach us that. Time and age teach us that. Birth and death teach us that. We may return to one place, a person, but things won't be exactly as they are. From everything and everyone is forever changing, nothing is static. The more we try to control things and keep them the same, the further away from the flow of life and ourselves we get. Change can be scary, for it means surrendering to the unknown and being in the in-between, to being not who you were and not quite who you will become. It requires a trust in the transformation and the death in order for the rebirth to occur, and a deep reverence for all the seasons of our life. The more we resist change, the further away we are from who we are becoming. When we embrace change, we embrace life and nature and are forever becoming. Wow. I don't want to repeat that, but I feel like I also kind of saying that to remain that trust and patience. And look what I got from the self-care affirmation deck for you. Surrender. Stop trying to control life. It gets in the way of divine intervention. Wow. So I hope this message helps. If it resonates, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. I'm wishing you all Leo babies a happy spring equinox. Hello my Virgo babies, how are you all doing? Let's see what is the message for you for this spring equinox. Alright, my Virgo babies, here are your spring equinox message. From the tarot deck, we have Eight of Voices, also known as Eight of Swords in traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. And then, wow, major energy for you. The spring is going to be quite important for you. We have two major arcanas back and back flew out for you. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And then, one of the happiest card in the tarot, the Sun. Oh my god, I'm so happy for you. So what I see here is it has been hard and I can feel it. Whatever you're going through, I just want you to know that I love you. You are always supported. And the card is asking you to trust. Sometimes we can really get in our own way because we can be haunted by our own mind, our own thoughts, what people say about us, what we think people say about us. And we will always feel like, how to say that? It's hard, I know that, because I definitely been in that position of just I know what I have to do, but I can't do it because I can't stop. So I get it, I fully get it. So if you feel like you're stuck in a rut and you know that your mind, your way of thinking, or you how to say, you think, you know, you care about people, what people think about you is going to be your worst enemies. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but I feel like you know what I'm saying. So I see more of a career, job vibe more than love vibe. I mean, it can be love too. Maybe you're wondering like what the hell is happening, and why is the things that I want, that I'm manifesting, is not here yet, whether it is regarding to love, your work, friendship, or whatever it is that you want in your life, and you feel like you want to give up. It's so hard. And the card is here and telling you that I know things did not happen on your timeline, but hey, trust. Things are going to start to look up for you, and you will get what you want. So don't you worry. And look at this card here. This is like you. Trusting yourself, continue to do what you do, but that does not include getting into your head, and it requires you to get out of your head, to meditate and get some sun if you need to, and just remember what you want in your life. Align yourself back to that solar energy, and let the nature be your nature be your healer. I mean, you're the sign of healer too, right? So sometimes it's hard. Sometimes the one who heals doesn't know how to heal themselves, and I know because I'm also like that. We're so good at giving advice to people, but when it comes to ourselves, it's like meh, out of the window. Your next card from the Oracle deck, Focus. Don't forget what it is that you are manifesting and wanting into your life. Get back in that alignment, focus and trust. Eyes on the prize. Even though they seem so far away, they're not that far away. They might not happen at the time you want it, but they are going to happen for you. So just keep your focus, get out of your mind, stay focused, and keep doing what you're doing. And if you feel like what you're doing is not getting you anywhere, that's okay too. Just take a break, take a step back, look at the bigger picture, let the sun shine through, come in to illuminate what's going on in life, what needs to be changed or moved. Probably is regarding to your mind or your own way of thinking. And from the Rose Oracle deck, we have Health, sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. Trust that you are being held, loved, support, and helped by the universe, by the unseen force, your guides, your higher self. And just know that keep doing what you're doing. What you want is on the way. They are coming. So I'm going to share the guidebook message with you as well. This is a new deck. I really love it. So because I wanted to use all this deck for Spring Equinox, so I actually got, well, I pre-ordered this deck and hoping it will come before Spring Equinox, which it did. It arrived on your full moon, your Virgo full moon. How are you all doing? Let me know how this full moon, how you feel about this full moon, what happened. And yeah, sorry, I'm like talking about my deck. But other decks, I got them during Christmas on my crazy shopping. I got like, I don't know, 10 or 9 decks, and I just intuitively choose all this deck. I didn't open them, and I just saved them for Spring Equinox. Anyway, so here we are. The oracle message of this card. When times are turbulent, to keep ourselves steady, we need something to hold on to. When things are crumbling around us, we must find something we can count on that won't budge. Deep roots to hold us steady when the winds of change come blowing. A supportive community around us. When we leave home, we must find something to hold us. When our lover leaves, we must find something to hold us. When the job ends, we must find something to hold us. When our parents die, we must find something to hold us. When we think there's nothing holding us, is an invitation to find new supportive ground. This is where we can discover the sureness of the soil, the holding of the roots. and reach out to our community for extra holding. We were never meant to grow on this earth alone. Sometimes life rips us from what we cling to the most, or perhaps we cling to it for we can feel the cycle of change coming. Yet in the darkness of our longest, darkest night, we discover that it's in the empty space that we can be rich and help the most. It is in these that we discover a holding that we did not know before. And we discover that what we thought was a tomb is actually a womb. You're being called to trust that the Great Mother has got you. To trust in the sureness of her soil, to trust the process of what's unfolding, and that you are not going through this alone. Wow, love that for you, and I can't agree more. And the self-care oracle deck that I got for you is happiness. Your thinking will either make your happiness or take your happiness. You choose. So see, your thinking will either make your happiness or take your happiness. You choose. I hope this message helps. Feel free to share your feelings below the comment box. I would love to hear from you, and I am wishing you all a happy spring equinox. Hello, my Libra babies. Let's see what is your spring equinox message. Okay, my Libra babies, here are your spring equinox messages. From the tarot deck, we got Ace of Inspiration, also known as Ace of Wands in Rider-Waite Tarot. And then we have the Empress. Guess what? It's your card. You're showing up in your reading, coming out strong. And then we have Eight of Materials, also known as Eight of Pentacles. So I feel that there's two storylines here as I'm reading, as it's a general collective reading. So I'm reading for like all the Libra babies out there. So I'm just going to tell you one by one. So the first group that I'm reading for, I see that you have been very busy. You have been very busy in your job, in your career. You feel like you're putting in a lot of time, a lot of hard work. But of course, you know, the time and effort you're putting in, it also give you the success or give you the money or material good that you need. So, but of course, you're not taking care of yourself because you're putting all the time and effort into your work. And the cards are here to remind you that, okay, well, I think it's time for you to know that you have been working really hard, that you're putting in all the work, and I can see that you're doing so great, but you also need to pour back into your cup and to take care of yourself. Be that Empress that you are. And I don't attach gender to my reading. So doesn't matter what gender you associate with. It's just talking about self-love, to nurture yourself, to give some love and time and effort back to yourself. What is it that you like? What is it that you're passionate about outside your work? Don't just let work take over your whole world. Connect with yourself. What makes you happy? Maybe there are hobbies that you like. Maybe there's something, a new skill that you want to learn. Maybe you feel like there's something else outside work that you want to do. Well, the cards are here to remind you that please take time. If you don't fill your cup first, how can you pour out for others? Before loving other people, are you loving yourself, accepting yourself to the fullest? If not, try doing that. And the second storyline that I'm getting is there's something you want to do. There's something you're passionate about. I can see a new passionate beginning for you, whether it is regarding to work, like starting your own business, starting a creative project, pursuing something. And I also see for some Libras, it is actually pursuing a relationship, pursuing someone that you so passionate about. But you haven't taken that action yet because you know that this, whatever it is that you're passionate about, whether it is a relationship, a career, a creative project, or whatever it is, it requires you to put a lot of work in it. And you are worried that you won't be able to put enough time, effort that you would like to. Maybe because you're like, oh, I'm already so busy with my work. How can I start this side hustle that I truly want? Oh, I really want to pursue this person in my life, but maybe it's not as easy as you think. Maybe it requires you to put in time, effort. Maybe that person is not exactly in your city. I don't know, maybe because 8 of material, we're talking about you really have to put in the work in order to make it work. So maybe that person is like far away, or maybe you're already so busy, you got a lot on your plate. So that's why you're like, can I do this? Can I pursue this person? Or can I do this side hustle? Or can I still go and take this course? You're so scared that you won't be able to do it. But the Empress is here to remind you that relax, you can do it, but only if you're willing to put in the work, only if you're willing to to nurture it, to make sure that you're willing to spend the time, effort on the side to make it work. Because these cards are very encouraging and very nurturing, but it requires you put in the work in order to get what you want. And from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck, we have embracing every part of you. Remember that love, that self-love that you need to give to yourself. If you've been overworking, if you're busy taking care about of people, remember to embrace yourself too. Remember to pour back into your own cup. And for people that are wanting to do that side hustle or pursue that relationship, embrace what you truly want in your heart. If that is something you want to go after, that is something that you truly want, yes, it might require you to put in the work. It might not be easy, but embrace it, go for it, rather than running away from it. And why do I see a lot of love message energy coming out? Because from the Rose Oracle deck, we have this rupture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. Wow. So I feel like this, whatever it is to you, I'm getting a third message here. Embrace yourself, your whole self, just like that Empress. She's so confident. She knows who the fuck she is. She's not afraid to be herself. She knows that she's the Empress. She got everything she needs. And don't fear any part of yourself. Embrace who you truly are. Okay, I'm not trying to put any label gender, but I'm getting this message coming in really strongly is to embrace your sexuality, no matter whatever that means to you. So I am totally, like, I'm not attaching gender to any of my cards, but I'm just hearing embracing your sexuality. So whatever that means to you, show yourself fully, embrace yourself fully. If you can't even embrace yourself fully, how can you ask anyone else to embrace you, right? And then from the Self-Care Oracle deck, we got pamper. Self-care is a necessity, not a luxury. So if you have been very busy not taking care of yourself, I hope you take my advice from the cards. Spend some time with yourself. Give that embrace to you. Give yourself a hug right now. All right, I want to share the oracle message from the guidebook with you as well for this card from the oracle Rose Oracle deck. Flora is the ancient Roman goddess of spring and flowers. Oh my God, look at it, it's spring equinox. In one myth, she was struck by Cupid's arrow and overwhelmed by love and completely breathless in a moment of rupture. She called for Euros. However, the sound of rose come out of her mouth instead. So rose become another word for Euros or arrows. I don't know which is the right pronunciation. Anyway. And it also becomes the symbol of love, beauty, and passion. Read another version. Oh, wait. Many patriarchal religions have placed shameful cloak around sexuality, sex, pleasure, ecstasy, rupture, and sensuality. One of the most natural, pleasurable parts of life has become conditional and judged. The rose wants us to heal from this. And to remember that pleasure, sensuality, sexual preference, and expression of desire can be some of the most sacred, miraculous things about being a human on earth. This card comes with a message about receiving and giving love and pleasure. Flora wants you to know that your sensuality, your passion, and your sexuality, no matter how you identify, are sacred and holy. She wants you to connect with your sensual true nature and celebrate this in all people. All right, my Libra babies, I hope this message resonates. Comment below and let me know. And I am wishing you all a happy spring equinox. Hello, my Scorpios baby. I'm a fellow Scorpio sun. So let's see what is, ooh, it already flew up. What is the spring equinox messages for us? Okay, my Scorpios babies, here are your spring equinox message. From the tarot deck, we have 5 of emotions, known as 5 of cups in traditional Rider-Waite tarot. And then we have 7 of inspiration, 7 of wands. And then we have 6 of inspiration, 6 of wands. So what I see here is it's been rough for some of us. Yes. Maybe something in life didn't go your way and it caused some sadness, disappointment. Maybe you didn't get the job promotion that you really was fighting for or wanting. Maybe the relationship didn't work out the way you wanted. Maybe something you want in life didn't happen the way you want it. Whatever that means to you, everyone human story is different. But the card here, 5 of cups, is asking you and letting you know that even though this moment or you have already been through that or is going to happen, even though you might be in your feels, and it is totally fine. Please take all the time you need in order to process your emotions, feel them. We're good at it. We can do this, okay? So I'm here with you. I am sending you so much love and support. Know that actually there are happiness behind this sadness, disappointment, or whatever negative emotions you're feeling. But it is hard to see right now because right now, all we can feel is that negativity, that negative emotions. But once you process it, because we can only connect the dots when we look backwards. So it is only then that you can understand why things happen the way they happen, and you will actually discover there is lesson, happiness, and joy from the experience, whatever that means to you. And I know during this moment we can get defensive. We can be like, I don't need any help. I don't need anyone to comfort me. Get away from me. Just leave me alone. I know that really well. And it is asking you, letting you know that it is totally fine if all you want is to be in solitude, because that's when you can truly process and face your emotions and then to transform from it. And it is totally fine, because guess what? I feel like it is not the end of everything. There's a victory, success, good news are coming in, and even for some it might come in like suddenly. I feel like maybe if you're working on some like creative project, side hustle, or even just in your work situation that you've been working on, things didn't happen the way you wanted, or you feel like your idea is not being taken seriously by your boss or colleagues, everything you want to do, you feel like there's hurdle after hurdle, you feel like there's always hiccups coming up regarding whether it is your work, your creative projects or whatnot, or in your relationships. I feel like those are going to change. I see positive change coming in for you. I feel like you will be happy. Like it, even like the journey is not going to be easy, smooth and all that, but in the end you will win, you will succeed, you will get what you want. So just keep your focus, keep doing it. And sometimes maybe it requires you to step out of your comfort zone a little bit, to think outside the box and to believe in more possibilities. And then from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck, we have two cards sticking together that came out for you. First, we have Wonders. I love this. Sometimes when we're so focused on what's going on in life, it is hard to relax, it is hard to see what's possible. And sometimes we just need that space to swim, to space out, to wander around, to just dream, to just, and through that spacing out moment, that wandering moment, break that you give yourself, that's when you might receive intuitive hits, nudges, ideas, solution to what you're going through. And maybe it will open up more doors for solution, inspiration or whatnot. The next card coming in is Happiness. See that sun shining so brightly. Dolphins symbolize also happiness, joy, playfulness. Don't forget to make time for fun, for joy, for happiness too. Don't just keep focusing on the negative, the sadness, disappointment, or whatever you're feeling or going through, the struggles that you're going through. Make sure you make time for yourself, take care of yourself, do something that brings you joy. And from the Rose Oracle deck, we have Health. Sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community, which is really true. When you trust the divine is helping us, is guiding us, they are doing work behind the scene, and just trust that we can see community for help. And just remember, we're always held, support and loved by Mother Nature too, that you're not alone. And from the Self-Care Oracle deck, I love this card. Surprise! Release your expectation and be open to surprise. So remember how I mentioned about how sometimes we kind of box ourselves up and not wanting help or listening from others, or we are so stuck in our own emotions or mind or way of thinking, we're not leaving space for ourselves, right? Wonder, just like what I said before, leave some time for fun, to be open to unexpected surprises and possibilities in life too. So I also just want to share the guidebook message from the Rose Oracle deck with you as well. So for this card, Health. When times are turbulent, to keep ourselves steady, we need something to hold on to. When things are crumbling around us, we must find something we can count on that won't budge. Deep roots to hold us steady when the wind of change come blowing. A supportive community around us. When we leave home, we must find something to hold us. When our lover leaves us, when the job ends, when our parents die, we must find something to hold us. When we think there's nothing holding us, it's an invitation to find new supportive ground. This is where we can discover the sureness of the soil, the holding of the roots, and reach out to our community for extra holding. We were never meant to grow on this earth alone. Sometimes life rips us apart from what we cling to the most, or perhaps we cling to it for we can feel the cycles of change coming. Yet in the darkness of our longest, darkest nights, we discover that it's the empty space that we can be reached and held the most. It's in these that we discover a holding that we didn't know before. And we discover that what we thought was a tomb is actually a womb. You're being called to trust the great mother that has got you. To trust the sureness of her soil, to trust the process of what's unfolding, and that you're not going through this alone. I love this. This resonates to that wonders and surprise card. So I hope you find this message resonates. Please feel free to comment below to let me know. And I am wishing you all Scorpio babies a happy spring equinox. Hello, my Sagittarius babies. I am a fellow Sag rising. So let's see what is the spring equinox message for all of us. All right. My fellow Sag babies, let's see your spring equinox message. From the tarot deck, we got 5 of materials, known as 5 of pentacles in traditional Rider-Waite tarot. And then we have 9 of emotions, 9 of cups. And then we have the Empress. So what I see here is that it hasn't been the smoothest, easiest journey for my Sag babies. And I resonate. It's been a long road coming. Whether it is regarding to your career, your business, your life path, or what you're doing, whether you have a job that you're working, whether you're having your own business or a creative project or whatnot, there's ups and downs, and sometimes you feel like you're alone, that you are doing everything by yourself and you don't know if you're on the right path, and you also have self-doubt, and there's lots of up and down changes that you have been going through, or you are still going through. And sometimes you're not too sure what to do. It's like you know you need help, but you're not good at asking help. I know exactly how that feels. But the card is telling you that your hard work is going to pay off, even though there's ups and downs, even though there's twists and turns. As long as you push through, as long as you continue to just follow your heart, to really go for what you want, you have everything within you. Sometimes, even though it doesn't feel like that sometimes, that you are actually going to be so happy, so you feel like you're on top of the world, that you're the empress, you're nurturing something, you're growing, whether it is your career path, your own business, your knowledge within you, you're still learning, you're nurturing it, and you're embracing it. The card is inviting you to continue to do that. to just let your heart lead you, and to know that you're fully supported by the universe. Mother Earth is holding you. Know that you are being held, that you are also being nurtured too, while you are nurturing yourself, your business, your relationships, or whatever you're doing. Everyone human story is different, but life is not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. There's always going to be difficulties that we have to overcome. But when we look back, we will be able to connect the dots and see why those things happen. It is there to learn, to teach us, to let us grow and evolve and become better versions of ourselves. Because after all, we are the Empress. So I love that for us. And from the Sacred Destiny, we have this beautiful card. Look at it. It's purity. I just love, love, love this wolf. I'm seeing that there's a need to cleanse, rest, regroup. If there's anything in life that we need to let go, we need to forgive, including ourselves, now is the time to do so. Because spring is the time where we grow our seeds, to plant our seeds. So it is that time to, if there's dead plants in the garden, it's time to pull them out, pull the weed out or whatnot, so that we can make space for what is to come. So this is the message I get from the card. And from the Rose Oracle deck, we have the Fertile Void, Inner Winter, Rest, Patience, Potency, Secret Beginnings. Sometimes we can't see what's in front of us. When we are in the dark, when we're in the unknown, but sometimes we just have to keep trusting and knowing that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, that what we want us to, even it doesn't seem like that sometimes. And it is asking us to have faith and trust that even in the darkness, lotus is blooming. There's no lotus without mud, right? So this image just kind of remind me that phrase. I don't know exactly how that phrase go, but no mud, no lotus, I believe. And look at the image of this card. This woman is like laying down in the ground in the dark, and out of her mouth she is breathing out this new life, this roses that's coming out, rose petals, birthing new things. So if you're birthing something new, whether it is for real a baby or a creative project, your business, you're learning something new, trust that they are happening. Even though you can't see it, they are happening in the dark. Love this for us. And from the Self-Care Oracle deck, we have Sovereign. You are the queen of your life. Treat yourself like royalty. Come on, the Empress come out. Can't agree with that more. Sometimes we just need to be reminded who the hell we are. We are the Empress. So I just want to share with you the guidebook message from the Rose Oracle deck as well. So here we are, the Fertile Void. This is a very auspicious card. By the way, this is a new deck that I just got. Like the second I saw it being available for pre-order, I ordered right away. I'm like, I'm getting it, I want it, I need it. And I was like praying and hoping that it will arrive on time. And it did arrive on the full moon in Virgo a couple days ago. And I'm so excited that I get to use this for our spring equinox reading. So all these are new, bear with me. The Fertile Void. This is a very auspicious card. I'm loving it already. It holds the potent golden seed of a new beginning and the aftermath of an end. We are called to have patience and enter a state of deep rest, repair, regeneration, and acceptance. To let a part of our lives, even who we once were, metaphorically die in order to seed, sprout, bud, and bloom again. That's all. There's often a letting go, a grief or mourning involved, a death of self or what once was. The ending of things that were once important, relationship, jobs, identities, ways of being. The fertile void asks that we honor endings to begin again. It's a critical part of growth, and new isn't possible without it. In this card, you can see the golden seed cradle in the dark, fertile womb of the soil. It's easy to mistake this phase of growth as one where nothing much is happening. But beneath the surface of the winter soil, things have never been more active. Winter is a phase of initiation, renewal, and rebirth. When we're going through a period of inner winter, we're experiencing this too. We metaphorically go underground by coming to a standstill and allowing ourselves to recover and rest. We don't realize it, but this is the most important part of our growth, and it takes faith and surrender to do it. Trust the sureness of the soil. The new is being woven without you having to micromanage every move. Trust the sureness of the soil. Be cradled by the great mystery. This is a very tender, powerful time. Wow. Love this message for us, and I also resonate with it, so I hope you do too. Let me know in the comment below what you're going through, if this message resonates with you, and I am sending you lots of love and blessing. Happy Spring Equinox! Alright, my Capricorn babies, let's see what is your Spring Equinox message. Alright, my Capricorn babies, let's see what is your Spring Equinox messages here. From the Tarot, we have 10 of Voices, known as 10 of Swords in traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. And then we have two queens come out. We have Queen of Emotions, Queen of Cups. And then we have Queen of Voices, Queen of Swords. Are you tired, exhausted, mentally, physically, emotionally? Because I feel like the card is telling me that you are. Whether it is because of work, you're very busy, you are, Maybe you're exhausted from work. Work is busy, driving you nuts. Or maybe you are going through some rough patches, whether it is regarding to work, love, relationships. When I say relationships, it can be romantic, but it can also be, siblings, families, friendship, co-worker, and all that relationship. So whatever you're going through in life, it is giving you a lot of exhaustion, whether it is physically, but I feel like it's more like mentally. And I feel like it's more of, sometimes you're mad because you're in your head so much and you know it, but then you can't control it. So that's why you're like, oh my God, can we just stop? So I say take a break. Really just nurture yourself, give that love for yourself, because we see these two queens coming out. I just feel like it is asking you to it is time to take your power back. If you feel like you're being not treated fairly, whether it is in any kind of relationships, in work situation or whatnot, it is time to call your power back, to take your power back, and also to balance your emotions and your thoughts. Because for a group of Capricorns, I'm reading here, you are tired, exhausted because you can't get out of your head. And the card is asking you to relax. It is time to stop doing that to yourself. Ask yourself, why are you being haunted by your own thoughts? What is creating it? What emotion is coming up for you? What are those thoughts trying to communicate with you? Be curious and seek help if you need to. And if it's regarding to a relationship or job or whatsoever, don't afraid to stand up for yourself. If someone wrong you, don't just take their shit. Put your voice out there, call them out, or just have a peaceful conversation to resolve the problems. And nurture yourself. And if you're so tired and so exhausted, well, I think it is time to also remember to take care of yourself, to remember to make time for that little dose of fun and joy here and there if you can, whether it is just, going out for a walk, having a coffee, meeting a friend, having a conversation, a phone conversation with a dear one, take your mind off, whatever that means to you. Because the card coming out from the Sacred Oracle deck is the Light. Look at this little bird trying to just wander around and in the grass and just enjoying themselves. Where do you feel like you can find a little bit of peace and joy? Go do that for yourself. And then we have from the Rose Oracle deck, the Rose Garden. Innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. I feel like it is talking about what I just mentioned. If you have been neglecting yourself or you're just too tired to take care of yourself, it is time to do that for yourself. And from the Self-Care Oracle deck, we have surrender. Stop trying to control life. It gets in the way of divine intervention. Wow, wow, wow. And I want to just share with you the guidebook message from the Rose Oracle deck, the Rose Garden. You are holy and whole. You are innocent and innately good. You are wholly welcome here. You never got kicked out from the garden. None of us did. This card delivers a message of welcomeness, of returning to our innocence. If you feel as if you have done something wrong without knowing what you have done, if you feel ashamed about hurting someone, if you're finding it hard to forgive yourself, this card is gently calling you to release any shame, judgment, or bad feelings. To do what you need to do to let go and make amends. To remember that you're human, and as a human, you're here to learn and grow, and so is everyone else. You're not broken, you never were. You are a work in progress, we all are. You're learning and unlearning, we all are. Be gentle with yourself and in turn be gentle with others. Return to your humanity, your humanness. Remember that you were never perfect, and being human isn't about perfection. Grow and learn, but do it softly. You have goodness in you. Remember that, cherish that, and cherish that in others too. We are all doing the best we can. When we learn, we can choose to do something new, commit to learning and doing better each and every day. This is what it means to be human, to embrace our humanness without we deny the shadow. And it's through facing the shadow without defense that we can learn and grow. Embrace your humanity and you will find it easier to embrace others and the whole world. I feel like it is related. I think I remember saying about something, if somebody wrong you or whatnot, you need to take your power back and something like that. And it happens to you as well. And if you're the one who is causing people harm or anything like that, vice versa, you need to also learn to first accept. And if you need to apologize. There's no shame in it. We're all human, we're learning. So we make mistakes, but that's how we learn and grow, right? So I hope the message resonates. Feel free to comment below and let me know if it resonates or how you're finding this reading. I'm wishing you all Capricorn babies a happy spring equinox. Hello, my Aquarius babies. Let's see what is the spring equinox message for you all. Okay, my Aquarius baby, let's see what is your spring equinox message. From the tarot deck, we have Nine of Materials, Nine of Pentacles in traditional Rider-Waite tarot. And then we have the Moon and the Chariot. Major corner, major energy coming in. Spring equinox might be special or significant for you. Okay, so for some Aquarius, I think you know what you want truly deep down within you, what kind of life you want. You have a dream life that you want. Maybe we all do, right? Like, what is your dream life? What makes you happy? When you close your eyes and imagine the life that you want for yourself, what do you see? What do you want? What are you doing? So I think deep down there's a dream, a plan of what you think will be like picture perfect life for you. Maybe it is regarding to the job. What does it feel like when you're finally doing what you love? What does it feel like when you have everything that you want in life? When you picture that, you know what those feels like, what those means to you, and what are they? So what is stopping you from achieving them? Are you being scared because you don't know if what you want is available or if it's possible? Are you doubting yourself, thinking that maybe it's too late, maybe you're not ready? And I'm here to tell you that, well, you're never gonna be ready, but be scared and do it anyway. If you don't move, you're just gonna stay stuck forever. And well, I can't sugarcoat things for you, right? If you're not moving, if you're not putting in the effort, the work, the time in achieving what you want in life, then who's gonna do that for you, right? You have to be the one who's moving, who's going after what you want. Be scared and do it anyway, right? So even though the path might not be exactly shown to you, even though you have maybe self-doubt or you have voices from other people, maybe you care about what they think or stuff like that, and I say fuck them, who cares? It's your life. What do you want in your life? What do you want your life to look like? Well, in this lifetime, we only live once. So what do you want? And what is holding you back from you getting what you want? It is time to figure that out. And if you can't figure it out, well, it's okay. Just go anyway. Just go one step at a time. Go it day by day. And just remember that small progress is still progress. Even if you take one baby step, it's still better than being stuck, right? So this is a question for you to ponder, Aquarius. And I see that if you start moving, when you start taking those steps, that one step, things will start to turn out for you. Even though it might not happen right away, it's going to happen for you. But you have to trust, and you have to be the one who make the first move. And the first step is always the hardest. But once you step out and once you get it started, that you will get the ball rolling. It will become the picture, the path will become clearer. You will have a better understanding as to what you want, and to see if actually that is what you want in life. Things change, right? But you gotta go for try to see if that's what you want, right? So I hope the message helps. And from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck, we have Diligence. You see this bird flying up in the sky. The sky is so big. This bird can fly to anywhere they want. And they know that. But they also know that if they don't fly, they're not going to get anywhere. And even though the bird might know the destination of the journey, the bird doesn't know what he or she, what the bird is going to encounter during that journey. But trust the unknown and just fly anyway. It is time to fly, Aquarius. The Sacred Union from the Rose Oracle deck. Beloved within inner and outer relationships. So this feels like to me, whatever it is that you want in life, if it's regarding to relationships or and when I say relationship, yes, romantic relationship, but also relationship with other people, with your family, your friends, your co-worker or whatnot. Just looking at the card, I feel like in order to want the relationships that you want in life, we also need to do the work. We also need to love ourselves first. If you can't fully accept and love yourself, how can you give to other relationships? So I feel like this is about balancing your inner and outer selves in order to be in harmony with your other relationships too. Because it's a totally new deck, so let's find out what is the oracle message from the guidebook. I want to share that with you as well. So the Sacred Union. Relationships are how we grow. They cradle and stretch us through connections and division, love and hurt, compassion and separation. They invite us to return again and again to the most important relationship we'll ever have, the one with ourselves. The sacred union that has been waiting within. Ancient mystery teaching whispers secret of sacred union. Sacred marriage in early Christian mysticism and Kabbalah, sexual alchemy in ancient Egyptian teaching. Mother, father in Tibetan Buddhism. We are familiar with the mystic couples such as Isis and Osiris. Sorry for pronouncing it wrong. But we each have the sacred masculine and feminine within. And sacred union through external relationship is always an invitation to deepen the union within. Every relationship can be seen as an invitation to deepen connection with the beloved within. Even our most challenging relationships, especially the most challenging ones. The sacred union isn't just between you and another. It's returning to yourself. And when we return to ourselves, we also return to humanity as a whole. Maybe you're being invited to grow through relationships. Perhaps you feel like you're being tested and stretched, or finding yourself longing for something external. This is an invitation to deepen the connection within, to embrace yourself fully and treat yourself like the most precious person on the planet. The more embraced you feel, the easier it is to embrace others. Wow. Self-love, baby. All right. Last but not least, the self-care oracle deck I got for you is growth. Evolution starts when you leave your comfort zone. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. What did I just say? I did not look at the back message, but what did I just say, right? You know what I just say, it resonates. Anyway, I hope this message helps or resonates with you in any way. Feel free to comment below and let me know. And I'm wishing you a happy spring equinox, my Aquarius babies. Last but not least, my Pisces babies. Let's see what is the spring equinox message for you all. Okay, my Pisces babies. Here's your spring equinox message. From the tarot deck, we have Knight of Inspiration, also known as Knight of Wands. And then we have Eight of Voices, Eight of Swords in traditional tarot deck. And then we have the High Priestess. So I'm seeing that I'm seeing two different stories here. So for one, it is regarding to relationships, and the other one is regarding to work, creative project, or entrepreneurship, whatever that means to you, your career path. So let's talk about that first. I see that maybe you have a little spark coming up within yourself. Maybe there is something you want to pursue, whether it is to take a course, whether it is to start a business, start a side hustle, or pursuing something new, changing path and learning something new. But you're having a hard time to do so because you're way up in your head. You are constantly worrying about if you're able to do it, if you're able to pursue it. Maybe you are affected by the people around you giving you their own opinion and suggestion too, and it's making you doubt yourself, and it's creating a wall around you, making you not trusting yourself. So you're starting to doubt yourself if you should continue to do it or pursue it or to start it, whatever that means to you, because we all are on our own journey, our own human story. And the card here is asking you to stop those noises and just tune back into your own intuition. What is it that you truly want? Ask yourself that. No one is living your life for you but yourself. So you're your own story creator, author. How do you want to write this chapter of your life? Ask yourself that and know that you are being guided intuitively, and just follow your heart and let it lead you. Remember that sometimes we don't know what we're heading towards, and we don't know if that side hustle, creative project, that new course or whatever, it is going to end up the way you want it. Maybe you take it and you find out that you're actually not good at it, you don't like it, or it's totally not what you want, and that is okay. But if you don't try it, how would you know, right? So stop doubting and overthinking and just give it a go, because the oracle message that came out is action. You never know until you try it. So if you want to take that course but you're doubting yourself, well, take it. And you can always just not take it. You can drop out. You can just take it but not use it anyway. Sometimes we learn something and it ends up being a knowledge that we learn, but we don't necessarily use it to our job or whatever, right? But still, you learn a skill. But you don't know until you try it out. So just ask yourself, what is stopping you? Is it yourself? Are you letting other people to determine? So be curious and see what that comes up for you. And then from the Rose Oracle deck, we have Trust the Season. Embracing change, cycles of life, transition, and growth. So you will stay stuck wherever you are if you don't take the action and move forward. Even though it might not happen the way you want in the end, you still grow either way. And from the Self-Care Oracle deck, we have Priorities. The quality of your life is determined by how you spend your time. Make sure your schedule reflects the life you want. There we go. Pisces babies. I want to share with you the oracle message from the guidebook as well. Trust the seasons. Our disconnection from the earth and her seasons lead us to believe that we should be in full bloom all year round. That we grow and grow and grow without leaving space to cut back. When we focus on the never-ending bloom, we forget the importance of all of life phases. Like rose, like all of nature, teaches us that this every day. She's forever showing us how to embrace the ever-changing season in an forever-changing world. We're not meant to stay the same. Relationships aren't meant to stay the same. Life isn't meant to stay the same. Nothing on this planet is meant to stay the same. The season teaches us that. Night and day teach us that. Time and age teach us that. Birth and death teach us that. We may return to a place, a person, but things won't be exactly as they were. For everything and everyone is forever changing, nothing is static. The more we try to control things and keep them the same, the further away the flow of life and ourselves we get. Change can be scary, for it means surrendering to the unknown, of being in the in-between, to being not who you were and not quite who you will be becoming. It requires a trust in the transformation, in the death in order for the rebirth to occur, and a deep reverence for all the seasons of our life. The more we resist change, the further away we are from who we are becoming. When we embrace change, we embrace life and nature and are forever becoming. So I think it resonates with what I just said. So stop doubting yourself or let others stop you from what you want in life. Even if it doesn't happen in the end the way you want it, well, at least you try. And that's all that matters, right? So I hope this message resonates or help in any way. Feel free to comment below to let me see how you resonate with this message. And I'm wishing you a happy equinox.